Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, don't worry, he won't get far on foot. So, I mean, has a great cast. It has Jonah Hill, Joaquin Phoenix, Rooney Mara, and Jack Black all in it. So, evidently, this is a biography of some sort, and I apologize that I don't know what it's about, but I think it's a biography. About Joaquin Phoenix plays a guy who gets in an accident, who was some sort of alcoholic. And when he gets in an accident, he starts to draw or become an artist, a cartoonist. And Rooney Mara plays the girlfriend, if I'm saying her name right, yeah, Rooney Mara. And Jonah Hill is his sponsor somehow, some way. I don't know. It seems like it could be very interesting, but it also appears to me that it might be a little dry as they try and tell this story. I don't know. I haven't even gotten past the first 10 seconds because I came to talk to you first. IMDb has it at a 7.1. I'm going to get into it a little bit here, but I mean, what a great cast. I'm excited to see it. We'll see where it goes, and I'll help you out and decide if you wanted to see it, if you want to see it or not. It's a Friday night. Somebody had a couple of drinks. I don't know who. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're at Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. 58-minute, 28-second mark of the movie, so a little bit, almost close to halfway. Interesting movie, not a lot to tell for you so far. Joaquin Phoenix plays, and this is a autobiography or a biography about a cartoonist, and that's who Joaquin Phoenix plays. He plays an alcoholic. It's kind of jumpy for me, but he's an alcoholic who ends up becoming a paraplegic. And he does so he meets Jack Black. And the interaction I thought was outstanding. When the two of them interacted at this party, I was like, man, this is really good. Like, I don't know. They had good chemistry at that point. But then they go out and they party, whatever, and then they get in a car accident. Jack Black was the one driving, and it makes Joaquin Phoenix, or his character, a quadriplegic. And so he's going through life now. As that, he's going for help, and that's where Jonah Hill comes in. He is not so much a sponsor at this point. I mean, he runs the entire group for AA. And he's helping a lot of people, and he happens to be part of that group. And that's where he comes in. And I think Jonah Hill is like, you can hear him in his voice, but he's got like long hair. He's almost like the Matthew McConaughey kind of like surfer dude. That's the way he looks, but he's the one running the AA group and helping these people get through their alcoholism. But he's still struggling with it, at least so far throughout this movie, even as a quadriplegic. I thought by reading it that when the accident happened, he stopped drinking, but that's not the case. He's still drinking, and struggling to get through life as he is as a quadriplegic, but they show him also like as giving a speech on stage. So it's, like I said, it's a little jumpy. There's some jumping back and forth on different timelines, and that makes it a little bit confusing. But that's it. I mean, that's where we are so far. Joaquin Phoenix, you gotta love him. Rooney Mara is in the movie so far. He's like a helper as a nurse. In the synopsis, it said that she was his girlfriend. I haven't seen that relationship yet. They were friends. She was a nurse that helped him for a small period of time. Other than that, that's it. It's more about him struggling through life, essentially, and continuing to drink after the accident, and everything that goes along with somebody who's handicapped like this. So, based on a true story, as I mentioned, a very famous cartoonist that I didn't know. But we'll get back into it a little bit more and see where it goes from here. Alright, so stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits here, and this is a good movie, don't get me wrong. Joaquin Phoenix and Jonah Hill, outstanding acting in this movie. For that alone, I suggest you watch it. If you do decide to watch it, you have to be in the mindset. For me, I was not in the mindset tonight to watch a very heavy kind of film. At least for me, I thought maybe there might be a little comedic action throughout this. I don't watch the previews. I read the synopsis and what it says. I read the short synopsis, and wasn't ready for it. I had no idea what this was about, and we found out early it was based on a true story, and it becomes very heavy at times. Obviously, a guy who has a tragic accident due to his alcoholism, and how he turns his life around, which is great. And becomes one of the greatest cartoonists of all time, I believe. But the two of them, great acting. Rooney, I don't know, again, if I'm saying it right, I think she was kind of wasted in this. I think she's not wasted like drunk, but her talents weren't seen at all. Very similar to Jack Black. I mean, I think both of them have very good acting skills and stuff like that, but it wasn't portrayed here. They didn't give them an opportunity. Maybe they did, maybe they cut it up or something like that. But overall, really good film. Just brace yourself for what you're about to watch. One of the things that I don't always talk about is the director, Gus Van Sant, Good Will Hunting, right? So everybody knows him from that. Milk is another one. And there's two movies that when I was looking at his history to see, in My Own Private Idaho, okay, but Elephant, check that one out. That's a little diamond in the rough, a little older one, 2003, and then Jerry, another tough film to watch, slow moving kind of movie, but has Ben Affleck's younger brother. Now I'm blanking on his name, but let me get it for you because it'll bother me, it'll bother you. Casey Affleck in it. I forget, I probably gave it very low stars, but it's something that has always stuck with me, that movie. Anyway, I don't want to talk about those movies, but when I looked at his name and seeing what else he was involved with, those came up. Overall, great acting from the two of those. Worth watching because of it. Heavy movie, based on a true story. Didn't give me the synopsis, the things at the end that I like. Small little piece, but not enough to keep me going. Not that you needed it though. A lot of the movies, when they end and you're like, what happens after it? You don't need to see that after this movie. There's nothing to tell. They tell you all of it. So that's where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to stop it right there and tell you, 6 for me. Because of the mood that I wasn't in for it. But prepare yourself if you're going to watch it. Get ready for really good acting and, everything else that I said. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I apologize. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.